Darkest Hour. Darkest Hour tells the story of this was Britain's darkest moment in history. This is when we were clenched in fear of Adolf Hitler and the Germans invading most of Europe. We were frightened, we were terrified for our country. This is the darkest moment in Britain's history. And it tells the story of the point in history where we were losing the war. And a negotiation between Italy's mayor and Winston Churchill wanted to take place, and Halifax, one of the politicians on Winston's party, was trying to convince one of the greatest prime ministers Britain's ever had, like he literally saved the world, to try and negotiate with Italy, without going into too much detail, to try and help stop the war because there are men dying. And that's all I can give you about this film. Wow. Gary Oldman blew me away with his acting as Winston Churchill. He didn't just speak like him. He literally, it is uncanny how much they made him look like him. Every gesture, every movement, every specific symbol of hand movement that he did looked and sounded exactly like Winston Churchill. Everything that Winston Churchill did when he spoke, when he did his speech, when he was thinking about or typing up his speech, every little tiny detail of Winston Churchill, Gary Oldman got that to the T. Of course, I wasn't surprised because, as I said on Facebook when I went to see this film, Gary Oldman is one of my all-time favourite actors, and he was incredible in this. Absolutely brilliant. This also stars Lily James as Elizabeth Layton. Now, without giving too much away, I will say to you that Layton is one of the most important people in this storyline, because in history she was very close to Elizabeth Churchill, and if you know the history of the World War II, then she is a vital character because she was also part of this whole history. And she plays even more of an important part when Queen Elizabeth is crowned after King George dies, which you guys know about because you probably know history. Domhnall Gleeson plays King George, another great actor, and he resembled the king so much. Again, every action, everything he said, everything, even his great grand royal posture was captured really well within this film. What I extremely like about this film is there are some great, good, absolute heartbreaking, tense moments. You kind of see Winston trying to sort out this war. Silent moments. And yes, this film did kind of drag, but in a way I felt this worked. Because it worked within the storyline, it worked within the timeline of the actual film as well. There was some great moments of suspense and drama within this film. Literally, Gary Oldman, and there was this fantastic chemistry between Lord Halifax and Winston Churchill when he's trying to convince Churchill to stop trying to help the situation and do what he says and form peace negotiations. And I'll tell you something, we are really, 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 really glad that this story is being told, because as I said, the trailer doesn't give too much away. And when you want to see this, you have to go in not knowing anything. Because when I went to see Darkest Hour, I went in not knowing anything. I even refused to see the trailer because I did not want it to spoil it for me. And the film is fantastic. You know, the show scenes of war. There is scenes of people dying in this film. And the graphic detail is essential to this horrific, brilliant storyline. It is another great film. And you know what? If you don't know about the World War II, I'm surprised if you don't, it will also teach you on history, because this was Britain's history. This is the greatest moment in Britain's history timeline. And our darkest, because we thought we were going to be overrun by Adolf Hitler and his Nazis. So, literally, this film is incredible. Gary Oldman does a superb performance. Lily James is amazing. Domhnall Gleeson as King George. I've never seen him in films before, and he played the king to a T. It was amazing. And I want to see him in more stuff. So for all the great special effects, the great camera shots, the incredible tense moments of this film, and I know most people are giving this 4 stars. I can't give it 4 stars. To me, it's brilliant. I didn't mind the fact that it was a bit slow. I felt it worked. So for all those reasons, I'm going to give The Darkest Hour 5 stars. So, The Darkest Hour, have you guys seen it? What did you think about it? Please let me know in the comment section just below this video. Please click the like button just below this video if you like it. If you want to see any more of my reviews, please subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week or weekend, and I will see you in my next review.